How to clip budgie nails. Wimbler.
After our first total fail at Parakeet nail clipping, I sought help from my favorite Home Keat Home budgie blog. It's not usually my first instinct to crowdsource ideas on social media, but I was feeling so stumped and dejected by the abject failure that I really needed some other humans to help before I tried clipping a budgie's nails again. Poke that subscribe button for more. I got tons of advice that ranged from taking the parakeets to a vet so we wouldn't break their trust with us, to don't take them to a vet for a nail clipping because they will probably have a heart attack and die. So, we could safely assume that the answers lay somewhere in between those two extremes. One thing that most folks agreed on is that trying to use the previously purchased small animal nail scissors was a terrible idea, and that it would be much easier to use regular small fingernail nail clippers meant for humans. Another tip that I thought we should try was covering their faces while they were toweled to keep them calmer and reduce our risk of being bitten. I also knew that we needed to separate the parakeets for a nail clipping and take the patient to another room where they wouldn't distract each other. This meant that the other human would need to stay in the waiting room with the parakeet on deck to keep them quiet. We were thinking that a ton of flock calling would be just as bad as being in the same room. You may need a helper. While it's not absolutely necessary, it will be a great help to have someone else hold the parakeet while you clip his claws. Eventually, you will learn to do it by yourself, but for now, it's wise to have some help. You do not need to squeeze him, just hold him in place very gently. As long as he can't spread his wings, he cannot go anywhere. Before you clip each nail, it's important that you carefully examine it and locate the vein. Parakeets have veins that run about halfway through the upper portion of their claws. It would look like a red line and should be clearly visible through light-colored claws. You should avoid cutting the vein. Just place the tip of the claw into the center of the clippers and squeeze the handles together. While this may scare your parakeet a little, don't worry. It doesn't hurt him a bit to have his nails clipped. What if you cut a vein? If you accidentally cut a vein, don't panic. Your parakeet will be just fine. Put some cornstarch or baby powder or some flour in the palm of your free hand and dip the bleeding nail in it. It will help stop the bleeding. It will heal and your parakeet will be okay. After you've clipped all of your parakeet's claws, you're finished. Simply release him from your grasp. He will recover very quickly from any stress he may have been experiencing just moments ago. You will need to repeat this process every time you notice his claws getting too long. To sum it up, the keys for us were separating the budgies, toweling them with their heads covered, giving them lots of millet, and using small human nail clippers. It's really nice to not have parakeets getting their nails stuck in our shirts all the time. Watch next. Budgie care in the winter, or budgie breeding, is it easy? Visit our official webpage for more information and budgie care.